Hello and welcome to Alive with Amanda. Today we're going to be talking about nonprofits and should you open up a nonprofit arm of your private practice. So I'm actually inspired by my sweater today. I purchased this from the Full Circle Therapy Foundation. That is a nonprofit arm of a private practice down here in South Florida. And I can talk a little bit about why somebody might decide to open up a nonprofit and some of the benefits and what you need to be on the lookout for. As always, I can't give you any legal advice or any accounting advice, so you always want to talk to an attorney about that. You want to talk to an accountant about how to set up the legal side of things. But there are some really cool benefits of opening up a nonprofit. One, you are eligible to get grants. There are a lot of grants out there. There's a lot of money being poured into mental health right now. And being able to accept grants and to provide that kind of work is amazing. You probably want to know something about grant writing or hire a grant writer or go to a grant writing workshop. I don't think it's as easy as just like, hey, I want some money. We're a mental health nonprofit, send us money. There is way more that goes into it. But the ability to have grants is really amazing. Another option is to pair up with schools that have their student interns come and work for your nonprofit. A lot of the times schools don't want student interns to work at for-profit group practices or solo practices, but they allow for them to work at a nonprofit. So that can be really helpful. And then the students can also, if you do charge for that, it can be a lower cost and that goes into the nonprofit and that can be really helpful. So you can subsidize by accepting payments or through grants. You can also accept donations from companies that are sponsors of your nonprofit, and you can host galas to make money or other kinds of fundraisers. And that's where I got this sweater from. This particular nonprofit is on a website called Bonfire and you can sell goods, and this one is really cool. I'll stand up and show you. It has like a nice saying for mental health. I've bought a couple of these before from other nonprofits. It's awesome because it's geared directly towards mental health, and so a portion of those proceeds go into that foundation. And so there's a lot of different ways that you can make or bring in money to your foundation. You have to have a board of directors, and again, the profits don't go to the board of directors. The profits and proceeds go directly back into the nonprofit, whether it's paying staff, whether it's investing in other parts of the business. So that's really cool. So if you find yourself to be a really philanthropic person and you want to put some time and energy, opening up a nonprofit sector can be a really great way to expand your services and to serve your community. I'm going to talk about one more benefit, but first I want to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that's really full service, they have a free telehealth option. You can bill insurance, you can take credit cards, you can send paperwork through their portal. You can really build out a nice solid practice just using TherapyNotes. I definitely recommend them. We use them in our group practice. I love the reporting functions. It's my favorite part. I can learn so much about my business by a variety of reports that they have. So I highly recommend you check out TherapyNotes. So I know very little about this, but I know that it's an option. So I want you to start thinking about it. If you have a nonprofit, you can apply for student loan forgiveness. There are a lot of things you have to do. I'm not going to talk about all those intricacies because I don't know them, but I do know that if you work for a nonprofit for 10 years and that you apply for student loan forgiveness, that can be forgiven. So it can be a really great way to find clinicians to work at your nonprofit, because they will get student loan forgiveness. And how amazing is that? So there are a lot of steps that you have to take. I am sure there are a lot of different things that you have to apply for, look into, but that can be a way to really get high quality clinicians to work for you. So nonprofits, I think, are going to start being really popular for group practices or solo practices to start branching off into, or just companies being nonprofits or, businesses starting nonprofit parts because of the student loan forgiveness for mental health counselors and psychologists and marriage and family therapists and social workers. So what better incentive to get people than to offer student loan forgiveness? So if you're thinking about starting a nonprofit, definitely do your homework. Talk to maybe other people have started nonprofits. Go join a board of another nonprofit so you can see how they work, and be sure to make sure all your ducks in a row, because there's a lot of things legally and a lot of things with money that are going to be important to follow, but you can do it and provide more services to your community. I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.